Hi everyone. So now we are going to solve the problem wherein the input in the input we have the table as electric items, and it has these columns where ID is the ID of the device, type is the device name, status is when when the status of the device is on or off, and time is the duration at which the device was made on or off. Okay, so for example, this light device was turned on at 100 and it was turned off at 110. Okay, so this was the time. This was the time at which this was turned on or turned off. Now, as part of the output, we have to find out the total duration for which the device is on. Okay, so for example, let's take the example of fan. So fan was turned on at 80 and it was turned off at 120. So 120 minus 80, that means it was on for 40 seconds. So that is the output here. Similarly, for light, now light was turned on at 100, it was turned off at 110. So it is on for 10 seconds, and then again it was turned on at 150 and turned off at 200. So here it was on for 50 seconds. So 10 plus 50, so total it was on for 60 seconds. So this is what we expect as part of the output. So uh, so let us see how we can devise the solution that we require here. Okay, so now let's take it in a Excel sheet to devise the approach that we can take here. Okay, so what basically we are looking for, we basically are doing a subtraction of whenever the device is made off minus the time at which the device was made on. Okay, so we are doing the subtraction. So basically, if we can achieve something like this, wherein for every on entry, if we can negate that value, and for every off entry, if we can have the value as positive. Okay, so this is what we will have, and then we can just aggregate, just sum this value, so it will give us the total duration. Okay, so in this case for fan, this will result into 40, which is what we are looking for. Similarly, if we had taken the same approach here as well, wherein we are negating the on entries and keeping the off entries positive, negating the on entries and keeping the off entries as positive. So if we sum this, if we sum all these values, like I'll just write a sum um, method. So if we do this and if we sum the other values for light, we will get 60. Okay, so this is what we are looking for. So we will follow this approach. We will negate the on entries and keep the off entries as positive, and then we will find the aggregation. Okay, so let's write the SQL query following this approach. Okay, so we take the data from this electric items table. So what we will do is, for every ID and every type, we will write a case condition. Okay, so when the status is on, we will negate the time value. Otherwise, we will keep the time value as positive. Okay, so this will be our time value, we can say. Okay, so if I just run this part along with the input just to show the difference. So now we have it as we have seen here. We have negated the on entries and kept the off entries as positive. Okay, now we have to do a aggregation with respect to the particular device. Okay, so for light we will do one aggregation, for fan we will do another aggregation. So this here we need a group by operation. So we can perform the group by operation on this result itself. Okay, either we can take it as a CTE and okay, let's take it as a CTE and then perform the operation. So we can define this as CTE. Say I will name it as electric CTE, and this is its query. Okay, and then we will work on this electric CTE, wherein we will, for ID and type, we will sum the time value. We will aggregate that value to get the total duration. And since this is a aggregation, we have to do a group by on ID and type. Okay, now let's run this. Okay. So this is what we were looking for, and we have achieved the solution. Okay, so we have followed this approach as we told, and we have got the result to identify the total duration for each of the devices for which they were on. Okay, so give a try from your side, and please add comment if you have any alternate solution. I hope this you find this useful, and if you find this useful, please like the video and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.